What's going on, you guys? Duane here with How to Build Credit TV, and I am back again for another How to Build Credit TV lunchtime live stream, afternoon live stream, whatever you want to call it, live stream. In this live stream, I'm going to be talking to you guys about Capital One. Is Capital One Bank still good? Or maybe you didn't think they were good to begin with. But anyway, that's what we're going to be talking about in this particular live stream, Capital One Bank. If you're new to this channel, my name is Duane, and on this channel, I talk about everything you need to know about credit cards, and how to make money using credit cards. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I will also be including videos in the future about my Tesla Model Y. So of course, if you're interested in that as well, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. So today's live stream is going to be about Capital One Bank. So I decided, you know what, let me go ahead and do a live stream today because I'm clearly on a roll this week with the videos here on YouTube. And I'm in a good space. I feel good. I'm healthy. I'm positive. So I was like, let me share some of this positive energy, this positive vibe with you guys in the How to Build Credit TV community. So if you're new to the community, please feel free to say hello. Let me know from where you're watching. Also, be sure to smash the thumbs up in this video. I'd really appreciate that. But more importantly, if you have questions about things pertaining to your credit score, or credit cards, or how to even make money using credit cards, that's one of the things that I think is interesting, is that a lot of people just don't know that you have the ability to make money from using your credit cards. Of course, you have to use them responsibly because, of course, I don't want anybody going in debt behind trying to use their credit cards to make money, right? So as a good practice, I would encourage people to use their cards and pay them off maybe once a week instead of once a month, because if you wait till, you know, one specific time to pay your card off once a month, you may find yourself in a bind. And before you know it, you know, you're hundreds or even thousands of dollars in debt. So anyway, be sure to pay your credit card bills. I would encourage you to pay them off. So when it comes to Capital One, Capital One has been, for the most part, a love situation. You know, of course, there was some love and hate in there, but as a whole, I've had a good experience with Capital One. You guys got to excuse me. I threw this gum in my mouth before the live stream. I don't want to get rid of it. I'm just like, it's so good. I want this gum, but it's probably going to bug me the whole time. So let me get rid of it. It's so sad. I'll see you later, buddy. Well, maybe not, because I'll be doing a live stream for quite some time. Once again, please be sure to smash the thumbs up in this video. I'd really appreciate the love and support. I hope you guys are having an incredible day. Today is Friday, November the 20th. And Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Thanksgiving is right, you know, next week. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. I hope you guys have an incredible weekend coming up. I know that I will. So yeah, Capital One has been interesting just because I think back in maybe 2011, 2010, some point I had a Capital One card, and it was a pretty cool card. I don't remember which card it was, but it was exciting because Capital One allowed me to customize or personalize my credit card. I think they still do this, but Capital One to me was one of the first cards, or at least one of the first ones that I remember, and maybe even still to this day, that allows you to customize your credit card. You can put your personal picture on there. You can put a family picture on there. You could, you know, put basically what you want on there, which is kind of cool. And so I had the card a while back, and I don't know. I know I ended up probably not paying the bill, but I don't remember the details. I do remember reestablishing the relationship with Capital One back in 2013. So I feel like in 2010, 2011, maybe I ruined that relationship. Maybe. I don't remember the details. And then for some reason they kept mailing me stuff back in 2013. So I was like, well, I mean, I feel like I already ruined this relationship, but they keep mailing me stuff. So maybe I will, you know, apply. I'm looking at my watch, my wrist. Maybe I'll apply and get a card from them because they keep marketing to me. And so this was back in 2013. These were probably some darker times in my life, actually some of the most dark times in my life. And I did not care a lot about finances. I did not really give a F about my credit, but I understood the importance of it, and I knew that I needed to, have good credit at some point, and I needed to start the journey. I've talked about this several times on the channel because a lot of people, myself included, I can be guilty of waiting for things to be ideal before taking action, and it's backwards. We shouldn't wait for things to be perfect before we take action. We should take action, and in the actions that we decide to take, I know I get motivated to continue to move forward. So you should just get started. Don't wait until you pay off a card or you settle a debt to start to rebuild your credit. No, start with a secured card. Just start. Get started, okay? It just doesn't make sense to wait. So back in 2013, like I said, my credit was totally effed up. My finances was trash. I'm sure I owed a bunch of people. I know I owed people probably from like 2009, 2010. And it was just really bad. But I was like, I knew the importance of getting started, and I knew that this was not going to last always, right? Trouble don't last always. Hey, don't have me singing. I'm gonna hit these gospel songs, trouble don't last always. But yeah, and so I know that, everything has a season. And so I was like, I'm just gonna get started. So I got started with the Capital One Platinum Card back in 2013. And I'm pretty sure they didn't have all the cards back then in 2013 that they do now. I mean, there is just a lot of cards from which to choose when it comes to Capital One, and we'll talk a little bit about that in just a second. But I got started and I had the Capital One Platinum Card at the time, and then I don't know, months later they marketed to me again about the Capital One Quicksilver Card. So I got that card, I think, back in 2014. Now I still have both of these cards. Or I still have both accounts. My Capital One Platinum account is now the Capital One Saver card, and then the Quicksilver Card account is still my Capital One Quicksilver Card. So this was back in 2013, 2014, and then in 2015, once again, I've shared this information here on the channel. In 2015, I purchased my Honda Accord. It's a 2014 Honda Accord, and I purchased it December 17th, 2015. My credit score was absolutely not good. I didn't even check what the score was because I was like, man, this is going to be a struggle. I went to the Honda dealership and I went in there thinking, maybe I'll get a Honda Civic. I feel like a Civic is a girl car. I mean, it's not a girl car, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm a big dude. What am I looking like with a Civic, right? But I went in like, okay, I'm just going to get a Honda Civic. Maybe it's going to be more up my alley price-wise, so I'll start with the Honda Civic. And then I saw the Honda Accord. It was black. I wanted a black car for the longest time. I was like, ooh, look at that. Test drove it. Got really lucky. The finance guy was like, your credit is totally jacked up. And I was like, yeah, I know. And he was like, well, I see that you had financing with Honda Finance back in the day, and I did. So that I had a good relationship with that particular loan. I didn't default on the loan, and so they gave me a chance. And the loan was with Capital One. Now, at the time I got the loan, it was a 7.77% interest rate, which I know is not a good interest rate, but at the same time, I know that it's way better than what it could be. It could have been 17%. I know people that are paying it's higher than 17% on their auto loan. And so I was grateful. Capital One gave me an opportunity, and this is back in 2015. I don't even know what my score was when I applied. I just was like, hoping they would let me get in there. I think I paid down $3,200 on that loan for my Honda. And so then I had my Capital One Platinum Card back then, my Capital One Quicksilver Card, and then now I have a car loan with Capital One. Later on, probably 2017 or so, I opened a couple of savings account with Capital One. That is one of the things that I will say. Capital One, especially Capital One 360, has decent savings account. And by decent savings account, I mean like the interest rate on their savings account, depending on when you catch them, is pretty decent. This is Capital One 360. It's different than regular Capital One. But I was happy about that, and I decided to go ahead and get a savings account. I think even to this day, I think I still have maybe 3 or 4 savings account with Capital One. I don't have any money in the account Actually, I don't really do much of anything with Capital One now other than use my credit card and pay it off. I have a checking account and I think maybe 3 savings accounts with Capital One. But all in all, I've had a very, very positive experience with Capital One. And so one of the things I think people should understand when it comes to Capital One or any other type of bank is that some of these banks have a purpose and a place in your life. Because you start at a certain point doesn't mean you'll always be at that point or you'll stay at that point. And so for me, Capital One has served an absolute incredible purpose for me. Without Capital One, my credit score wouldn't be what it is now, which is over 750 across all 3 bureaus. I would not have had the opportunity. I know that a lot of people are out there getting a whole bunch of different types of credit cards and Credit One and like there's a whole bunch of trash cards out there. And I have to say that Capital One is one of the more quality banks and definitely one of the more quality cards out there. The only complaint that I would have about Capital One credit cards would be the fact that they pull from all the bureaus when they check your credit to give you a credit card. I'm not sure what's up with that. I guess they want to get a full snapshot or a full, depiction of your credit score and your spending habits and just your history in general, right? I think that's pretty lame, but they do that. With that being said, though, more recently, I wasn't able to even get pre-qualified with Capital One for a auto loan. And listen, when I had my car loan with Capital One, they would send me emails probably once every 2 months about, see if you're pre-qualified for an auto loan. And I'm like, I'm not done paying this loan. What are y'all talking about? And then even when I was done paying it, which was like June, early July of this year, was my last loan payment. I just paid it off. Actually, it wasn't my last loan payment. I just ended up paying off like $2,000, maybe it's like $2,700. I just ended up paying it off, and they still sent me stuff about, being pre-approved for a auto loan. So I'm a little salty because I did kind of turn to them recently this week to see if I was going to be able to get pre-qualified to get a loan, and I wasn't, but that's beside the point. Let me show you guys. I'm going to share my screen with you guys and show you guys some of the products that Capital One offers. So I'm at the Capital One website here, and you guys can see that on the screen. Please make sure to smash the thumbs up in this video, guys. I really appreciate and would love the support. So as you guys can see on the screen, Capital One has quite a bit. They have credit cards, there's checking and savings account, there's auto loan, there's a business tab here, which is quite interesting. So under the business tab, let me see, under the business, I just clicked on something I didn't want to. No. Under the business tab, you have different options, right? So you have where it talks about the different credit cards, the Spark Business Credit Card, Spark Cashback Rewards, Spark Mile Rewards. Then there's a corporate card. That's new to me. And then, of course, there's banking options as well, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, there's the commercial tab as well, which I don't really know anything about that tab, but it's on here. So there's a lot of different things that Capital One offers that you can get. I'm going to click on the corporate card just because I've never seen it before, and I'm super curious to see what they're talking about. Okay, so it says corporate credit cards. All right, virtual card relay, Explore One card. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check this out on my own, but that's kind of cool. So just for grins, we'll just click on the credit card tab and see what pulls up here. Once again, Capital One has a bunch of cards. And so as you guys can see at the top of the site, you can kind of navigate through by clicking, building credit, if that's what you're into, if that's what you need at the moment. There is a cashback cards. Of course, there's dining and entertainment, which is going to be the saver card. There's travel rewards. And then, of course, you can compare all cards. And if you scroll down, you'll see here, okay, so I guess they redesigned the Platinum Mastercard from Capital One over here. As you guys can see, it has a new look. So you have the Platinum Mastercard here. I don't know how accurate these reviews are, but in general, the reviews for Capital One credit cards are always really, really high. Always. It's always like 4.5, more than 4.5 stars all the time. of course, they have several different cards. They have two different versions of the Quicksilver card. I know they have two different versions of the Saver One card. The Saver card, I mean, they may even have two different versions of the Venture card, which is pretty interesting. I think they've done a really good job of putting themselves in a position to, try to make sure that they're appealing to every single audience, right? One of the things that I do like about Capital One, and I think that this is a very smart move when credit card companies or banks do this, is the fact that Capital One is inclusive. They're not exclusive, right? They're inclusive. And that's very smart. It's a very good and smart business model. When you're doing something, whether it's business or not, in the beginning, I think it's very important for you to be inclusive. You want everybody in the beginning. Everybody's welcome. Come on in, that type of thing, like church. Everybody's welcome in the beginning, right? And so you market to the masses. You appeal to the masses. And then, of course, you can always have stuff that's preferred or elite. And I think Capital One does a really good job of that, especially with their credit cards. It's almost like they have two different tiers for the same credit card because they want to appeal to everybody. They don't only want to appeal to people that are up here in regards to credit. And like Capital One, I feel like I'm kind of the same way. I feel like, with this channel, I do a decent job of making sure that I'm covering cards that are like, down here and even cards that are up here. I think it's interesting because, of course, earlier this year, there were supposed to be quite a bit of cards that were supposed to be released. I think maybe 2 cards that were supposed to be released from American Express. And those cards are top tier cards. You got American Express Gold, and you have American Express Platinum. Then you have the Centurion card, the black card from American Express, and there were supposed to be cards right in between. And that would have been interesting to see. Nothing ever came of it, but maybe in the future that might be different. But I think Capital One does a really, really solid job, like I said, to be inclusive. And I think that's a very, very good business model. That's just a very good model, period. When you're dealing with people, I think it's always important for you to appeal to everyone. Everyone is welcome. And in that way, you're not missing opportunities. You're not missing any money. A good example would be like if somebody only takes cash or somebody only takes checks, right? A good company will take every type of payment. They'll take cash. They'll take even checks. I don't know who's writing checks out here in 2020, but I know somebody is. So they'll even take checks. They'll take credit cards. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a very smart business model. And if you choose not to accept one of those types of payments, you may very well miss somebody. And a smart person and a smart company takes the opportunity to include every single person. I feel like I've kind of talked quite a bit. I want to know in the comment section, please let me know, what do you think about Capital One? Do you think Capital One is good? What has your experience been with Capital One? All in all, Capital One is a bank that I would recommend to people. And I definitely would recommend it, especially if you are in the building stages of your credit. Even though they're a secured credit card, quote unquote, doesn't is not promoted or graduated anymore, I still recommend Capital One. I still recommend getting a relationship with Capital One. I know for a fact that a lot of people, if you go to a car dealership and they're pulling your credit report, or going to 5 different banks to see who's going to give you financing, some of the times Capital One will give you an opportunity where other banks will not. I wish I remembered how many banks they, tried to get a loan with for me, for my Honda, but I don't. And that's why it's important for you to have a good credit score, for you to know what your score is, to know that you have options, to know that you control your destiny because your credit is in a good position. I am never, ever going to be interested anymore in going to a car dealership and having them pull my credit, 5 times to see, what I get approved for or who I get approved for. When your score is good, you have the ability to have options. You can choose, I want to apply with this bank and this bank only because the interest rate is the lowest or whatever it is. It's kind of like having money. When you have money, you have the ability to choose certain things. You have the ability to choose what kind of things you expose yourself to. You have the ability to choose what kind of stuff you want to buy yourself, how expensive or inexpensive, but more importantly, expensive, right? Sometimes it's very, very true that you get what you pay for. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to pay a lot of money for quality things, and having money gives you options. It gives you options as to the type of life you'd like to live, the type of experiences you'd like to have, the type of places you want to see. I think it's incredible that, as a human being, if I speak for myself, I'm very visually driven. Like, it's one thing to be a man. Of course, there's that visual deal that, most men, we're visual, right? But I think it's really cool that, like, visually, I could look at the mountains and satisfy something inside my soul, inside my heart. It makes me feel good to look at something that's incredible, to look at a sunset, to look at just mountains, to look at, mountains with snow on it. It's amazing that something that simple can be insanely gratifying. I don't know how we got here, but we did. All right. Let me jump into the comment section and say what's up to you guys. I see we have 83 people watching the live stream. I'm really grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. Please smash the thumbs up. Also, if you have questions, ask. That's the purpose of these live streams in this community, How to Build Credit TV. Also, let me know what your thoughts are on Capital One. Once again, let me know if you think Capital One's still legit. Let me know your experiences with Capital One, if you have any. All in all, I've had a very, very positive experience. One of the things that I want to make sure I share with you guys that I do like about Capital One is the fact that you can see if you're pre-qualified for their credit cards. And so I'll just kind of show you guys that real quickly on the screen. When you go to the website and if you hover over credit cards, you can see right here, it says find a new credit card, and you can click on see if you're pre-qualified. Or you can redeem a mail-in offer, right? So you can click right there and it'll take you to the website. And of course you can enter your information. I'll show you guys real quickly. You can enter your information and this won't affect your credit score to see if you're pre-qualified. This is where it starts for me. Literally I had this Platinum card back in the day, this one right here. And man, I've come a long way. So I've had the Platinum. I have the Quicksilver right now, and I have the Saver card right now. So all in all, I can't complain. I mean, Capital One has definitely served their purpose, and I've had just a really good time with them. Thank you so much, Drunken Sailor, for that $19.99 super chat. Says, what's up, D? I'm slightly biased because my first credit card was through Capital One. Always done right by me. For the most part, only thing is if you're looking for a secured card, shop around for something that can graduate. Absolutely. I agree with you. That's a very, very good point. Because that's one of the only complaints is like, why did they change the secured card from graduating to now they don't graduate? And then the only other complaint would be like sometimes Capital One can be stingy with their credit limits, especially for people that are using their cards responsibly. It's almost like they want to reward only people that have, a balance on the card and are consistently making payments and are consistently paying interest. Other than that, I think Capital One is freaking dope. We have 98 people in the live stream. Please smash the thumbs up, guys, in this video. I would really appreciate it. Make my day. It's Friday. It's Friday. Let's have a good one. Smash the thumbs up in this video, please. Let me jump in the comments. Cinemadness, what's going on, my brother? We got Jesus in the building. What's going on, bro? It's a pleasure to see you. Ashley says hello. Hello, Ashley. Thank you so much for stopping by. We got Sacred Odin says hello. What's going on, man? It's a pleasure to see you again. Chase King says, Wataguan, rude boy. Yo, I'm here, Mr. King. I appreciate you stopping by, my brother. It's a pleasure to have you in the building as well. Mousetrap says, I have the Capital One Walmart Mastercard. I think that's a solid card, actually. That was a card when it came out that I was interested in getting. How many Capital One cards can you have? I know somebody knows the answer to that in the live stream. Let me know, because I do have 2 cards with them right now. Of course, I'm not going to be applying for anything. Y'all know that I have 10 inquiries, and I got to sit still for a while. But how many credit cards can you have with Capital One? If anybody knows that, slap that in the comment section, please. Mousetrap says, what's up, champ? Yes, sir. I'm here, my man. G Dobbs, what's going on, ma'am? Thank you for stopping by. Says good afternoon. Love that smile. I think Capital One is okay bank, but they don't believe in giving credit line increases. They definitely can be stingy with the credit limit increases. I agree with you very much. Lucky9331, thank you for stopping by. Says hello. Hello, Lucky9331. Ronald, what's going on, bro? Says Capital One is good to people with good credit, but act like loan sharks to the rest of us. Sad face. Yeah, it's actually kind of weird. I think when it comes to loans with Capital One, I think it also depends on how you go about the loan, right? I think we are better suited, especially if you're getting a auto loan. I think you're better suited going about the loan through the dealership instead of trying to get the loan before going to the dealership. I think it may even be better to go through the dealership. Let them do it. Dre, what's going on, my brother? Thank you so much for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. I appreciate you stopping by. Angelica says hello. Hey, Angelica, thank you so much for stopping by again. Boss Don P, what's up, my man? Says how you doing today, sir? I'm doing extremely well. Extremely well. Even though 2020 has been a very interesting year, not quite what the average person would want from this year, I am doing extremely well, and it has a lot to do with you guys. It has a lot to do with this community, and of course my positive thinking. I have totally shifted the way that I look at things now, and I choose to see the glass as half full. It's just incredible. I'm doing really well, and today's Friday, so I know hopefully everybody's gonna have a great weekend. Jesus says, I like Capital One, got 4 cards from them: Saver, Quicksilver, Platinum, and the Walmart card. Wow, so I wonder if you can actually have 4 cards. I don't know if that's like a thing now, or if you had some and then, you know, still was able to to get one. Chase King says, Capital One is booty. I hear you, man. Listen, we all have our opinions. And like I said, for me, Capital One served its purpose. And I guess to some extent it's still serving their purpose because I still have those cards open with them. Eric, what's going on, my man? Pleasure to see you in the building again. Says, sup D, been hearing about the Tesla loan drama. When you finally get the Tesla, let me get that Honda real quick. Hey, that's funny, bro. I was talking to my sister yesterday, or actually one of my sisters yesterday, and I was telling her, haven't spoken to her in a while. I've been trying to get in touch with her, but she's busy, or she has been busy. And she's like, so what you gonna do with your Honda? I was like, I don't know. She's like, let me get your Honda real quick though. And I'm like, I mean, we'll see. And then ironically, yesterday I got an email saying that my Honda was worth, I think it was from Carfax. I don't know, but it was saying that my Honda was worth like $4,400, and then they had estimated my mileage. The mileage they estimated was 163,000, which is not correct. I have 161,000 right now, but they were saying that my car was worth like almost $4,500, which I thought was pretty interesting. Dave, what's going on, my brother? It's a pleasure to see you. Says, hey, Duane, wild gone magistrate. What magistrate? I don't even know what that means, man. But it's a pleasure to see you in the building, my bro. Lucky 9331. Yeah, I mean, before the video started, I was like, man, I had to get that gum. I was feeling it. I wanted something to chew on. I drank this bottle of water. Then I got this one because I'm like, I'm gonna be drinking some water. I worked out today. I did an hour on the elliptical. I was trying to do like 30 minutes on the elliptical and then like another 15 minutes on the bike, which is what I did yesterday. But I had such a good time on my little Arc Trainer machine that I just kept it going. I just did an hour. I be a sneakerhead. What's going on, man? Says, good afternoon. Back again. Yes, sir. I sure am. Deborah, how's it going? Deborah says, hey, Duane, it's Friday. The Walmart card is owned by them now. Yeah. The Walmart card is, I think, once again, I think is a very solid card. Dante, what's going on, bro? Says, what's up, Duane from ATL? You want to roll this week? Capital One gives you a lot of chances for sure. Got a few of them. And that's a very good point. I don't know how easy it is now for people to get chances from Capital One. I'm going based on my experience from, whenever I butchered the relationship and then I reestablished back in 2013. I was so grateful to get a credit card in 2013, and it was nothing special. I may have started off with like a $300 limit, and then eventually put myself in a position to, get another card. The reason why I got the Quicksilver Card was they were like, we're going to give you an automatic credit increase after making 5 payments. I want to say 5 monthly payments, right? So like, it's not 5 random payments. It's literally like after 5 statements and you've made a payment, 5 times in a row for each statement. So like basically 5 months. Okay. It's not 5 payments. It's not like you can go out, spend $100, pay 20 here, pay 20 here, pay 10 here, that type of thing. That's not what I mean. So I was encouraged by that. Mojo, what's going on, bro? Says, is it true Capital One gives small credit limit increases on credit cards? Also, my birthday is Sunday the 22nd. I think Capital One can be notorious for giving small limits. It just depends. I mean, everybody has different experiences. It's very hard to generalize everybody's experience with Capital One. Somebody out here has really high limit credit cards with Capital One. I mean, me, not so much. I have a 7,000 limit, which is good. And then I have a 3,000 limit, which is also good. So yeah, IBS Sneakerhead says Capital One is a great credit builder and good for low APR auto loans. Skillet 30, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by. Says facts. Robert, what's going on, bro? Says Wagwan General. Yo, I'm here, my man. I appreciate you stopping by the stream, my brother. It's a pleasure to see you again. Skillet 30 says, I just did a product change from Capital One Platinum to Venture One. Awesome. That is a awesome product change. You're definitely going to enjoy the fact that you went from earning no kind of rewards at all to being able to do something with the Venture One card. Bay Area Real Estate Today says, no trouble. Don't last always. Okay. Somebody know a little church joint out here, a little church situation. Thank you so much for stopping by. Kai says, I love how Capital One just out of nowhere banished Afterpay, Affirm, etc. without notification to their cardholders and now acting like it's always been this way. First of all, thanks for stopping by the stream. I don't remember seeing your name before. Maybe I saw it, but I don't remember. So I appreciate you taking the time to comment also. What's funny is with these credit cards and with these companies, they do a really interesting job. Like, they try to do some marketing stuff. They try to pull some slick stuff on you. I remember with Discover Card back in the day, probably the end of 2018, Discover Card was getting rid of Discover Deals. And I think they got rid of it like October 2018. And I remember getting an email about them getting rid of Discover Deals. And they're like, oh, we're going to focus on more this and more that. And I'm like, nah, don't try to pull a slick one on me, bro. Like, y'all are getting rid of Discover Deals, and Discover Deals is freaking incredible. I mean, it was really, really good. And I felt like, I don't even know what y'all talking about. I don't even know what you guys are supposedly going to be working on or bringing out to us. But I knew that Discover Deals was very, very good. And whatever they decided to, reveal or bring to our attention later, I knew that it was not going to be good. And to be honest, they didn't really bring anything that replaced Discover Deals. I mean, it was just like, you still got your 5% cashback categories, and it changes quarterly. And that was it. And I was just like, man, when I was reading that email, like, you guys are trash. But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, they have a bunch of people that, specializes in marketing and transitioning and all that good stuff. GW says customer service sucks. Yes, GW, customer service from Capital One can suck. I agree 1,000,000%. Points Blank Travel, what's going on? My brother says, my man Duane putting in that work. It's good to see another live stream, brother. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you stopping by. Points Blank Travel is a channel member of How to Build Credit TV, and he also has a YouTube channel, so be sure to go to his channel, Points Blank Travel. Subscribe to his channel, click the notification bell. You talking about I'm putting in work, you putting in work. I saw the other day that you had you uploaded a video like 3 hours before your live stream. So you did 2 videos in that one day, or at least 2 videos according to us, on YouTube, because you uploaded one and then you did a live stream. So that's 2 videos in one day. I'm not the only one out here doing that work. DOD says, does Capital One give a debit card? Yeah, if you have a checking account with them, you definitely can get a debit card with them. If you have a Capital One 360 account as well, they do have debit cards as well. Lucky9331 says, Capital One has the pre-qualified feature before doing a hard pull. That is correct. That is correct. Carnizzle, I hope I said that right. Capital One at least updates my remaining credit the moment I make a payment. Yes, I noticed that on the app, which I thought was pretty freaking cool, but I don't think it didn't do that on my Capital One Saver card. When I made a payment, it was really cool because, like, your balance is whatever, and then I made a payment, and then in green it was like showing, my balance go from, like, let's say $6,050 or $6,000 or whatever. It went back from 6,000 up to 7,000. And I thought that was cool. I was like, all right, Capital One, I see you out here with the visuals. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Never Stop 30 says, I have the Platinum one now. I would like the silver. Hey, you'll get there. Don't worry about it. Never Stop 30. As a matter of fact, Never Stop 30. You saw what I did there? Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Francisco says, how's it going, Duane? It's a pleasure to see you again, my brother. I'm doing well. Marcus, what's going on, my man? Marcus says, what's up, Duane? Carnizzle says, a lot of people who don't trust cards still write checks. Yeah, they do. I mean, and I can see that. I mean, there's always going to be a place for, those people. We definitely have people out here that still like writing checks. I can remember, when I got my first checking account, like, it was very much a thing to be balancing your checkbook and to have the carbon copy and, all that good stuff. And I'm pretty sure I started off okay. But then after a while, I was like, man, F this. Like, I don't know. It was just more simple to not like worry about that. But the paper aspect of keeping track of your deposits and, your transactions, like it, I'm a man. So I guess, and then I was a boy at the time, really. I did not care about balancing my checkbook like that. Now it's a lot easier. I feel like it's a lot easier. Natural Reese says, hey, Capital One told me last night they're unsecuring cards again. Really? See, here's the thing about Capital One and their customer service too. I don't even know what to do with that. Because, like, I feel like you can call them up and then somebody can tell you, nah, it's not true. They're not unsecuring anything. So that would be cool if that is the case, though. Lucky9331 says, for checking account products, Capital One Bank uses check systems or early warning systems before approving for an account, checking accounts. That's very good to know. So, like, for people that have maybe you had a bad history with a certain bank, if that particular bank uses or reports the check system, when you go to apply for another card, let's say I ruined a relationship with Bank A, and Bank A reports the information. So I'm trying to get a new account with Bank B, and it's on checks system, right? It's like a credit bureau, but it's not a credit bureau. But that's the example that I'm using. They'll see that you butchered your relationship with Bank A, so they're going to be a little leery about extending a banking relationship with you. Of course, there are banks that don't use check system, and you'll always be in a position to be able to open a bank account with somebody. Period. But yeah, that's a good point. Isaiah says they just shut down two of your credit cards. Oh man, that's tough, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That is really, really tricky. Honestly, when it comes to people getting credit cards shut down and credit limits slashed, I just consider myself one of the lucky ones. I don't think I'm above any of that. I don't think I'm above or beyond getting my credit limit lowered or my accounts closed randomly, because sometimes it seems pretty random. Fingers crossed, I'm good. Knock on wood, I'm good. So, but I'm sorry to hear that, bro. DOD says, I have a Capital One Platinum card. Just opened a checking and savings account. I like the card. Yeah, I mean, once again, the cards, when it comes to Capital One, especially depending on where you are on your credit journey, they serve their purpose. Especially if the card doesn't have an annual fee, man, cool. No annual fee is perfect with me. You know what I'm saying? So they serve a purpose, and that's where you are now, but that's not where you're going to be in a year or 2 or 3. Right? So it's all good. Man, y'all hear my bars? You hear me rhyming today? I'm killing it. Anyway, please smash the thumbs up in this video. We have 112 people watching right now, only 70 thumbs up. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Nicholas, what's going on, my man? Thanks for stopping by. Says, thoughts on Discover Bank? Nicholas, Discover Bank, Discover Card, great. I mean, no complaints. And Discover's customer service is very, very good. As a matter of fact, you asking me about this is prompting me to do a video talking about Discover. So for sure, Discover is legit, man. I love Discover a lot. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a note in my phone here about doing a Discover video, just like I'm doing a video right now about Capital One, because I'm a nerd. I don't want to forget. And so I appreciate you, Nicholas, for asking that question. Bank and card video. All right, sweet. All right, let me jump back in. Christopher, what's going on, my man? Says, I have 2 credit cards and 1 checking account from Capital One Bank. Thank you, sir, for sharing that information. Yeah, like I said, I have 2 cards, 1 checking account, and 3 savings account. I definitely have a lot of accounts with Capital One. Let's see here. Marcus says, my experience with Capital One Bank is good, great customer service, but if you have a bad payment history or negative items, it takes time to get credit increase. Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense, Marcus. I mean, that's pretty much the case with most people. And I appreciate you sharing your experience with Capital One as well. Angela says, Capital One is stingy with the upgrades. Yes, they definitely can be. You are very, very right. Lucky9331 also says Capital One is conservative with credit line increases. I agree 1,000,000%. Elliot, what's going on? Says, what credit score do I need for the Quicksilver? It depends, right? So there's 2 different Quicksilver cards. I always think that a 680 FICO score, 680 FICO score with maybe 2 or less inquiries is always a decent recipe for success when it comes to getting approved for credit cards. And certainly with Capital One, one of the best things you can do for yourself is to go to their website, and underneath the credit card tab, you're going to click on pre-qualify, like check to see if you're pre-qualify for any credit cards with Capital One. If you're applying for a credit card with a company that allows you the ability to see if you are pre-qualified, you always want to do that first, because it makes it a little bit easier for you to pull the trigger on applying or not applying. Like when I'm not pre-qualified for something and it's a credit card company that lets me see if I'm pre-qualified, I normally think twice about applying for the card. You know, I'm like, well, maybe I should wait another 6 months, or maybe I should wait another year before applying, get my score to be in a better position before applying. So that's always a good thing to do if they have that option. Joshua, what's going on, my man? Says, good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to see you again in the building, my brother. John Ayers says, can't get an increase. They're tight. Yes, they are very tight. And the good news is, thank God for other banks, right? We just keep it moving. Joshua says, the only thing I'm really unhappy about is no graduating on the secure card, because they literally changed that right after I got my card. Yeah, once again, I don't understand why they did that. I think that's rubbish, but, you know, I'm sure they have a reasoning, right? Hip to the Dip, what's going on? Hip to the Dip says, Duane, you got this. Thank you so much, Hip to the Dip, for stopping by another stream. It is always a pleasure to see you in the building. So thank you so much for stopping by. Natural Reese says, started last month. It's back to graduating. Huh. Man, I need to get several people telling me that for me to believe that. But that is really cool if that's the case. Joshua says, I've just sort of taken it now that the $99 I put down on the card is like an annual payment, and I'll never have to pay it again if I want to keep the account open. Yeah, Capital One definitely has some, I don't know about now, but they definitely had some tricky stuff when it comes to, like, I know that, like, you could do like $99, was it like $49, $99, or $199 to get one of their cards. Like, I think it was like the Platinum Card back in the day. And it was quite interesting because it wasn't a secured card. So I don't know. I know that they were weird. I'm not sure if they're doing that type of stuff now. Drew's dude, what's going on, man? Says, finally caught a live stream. I appreciate you stopping by the channel, my brother. Reginald says, love Capital One. All right, Reginald, thanks for letting us know, man. Marcus, thank you so much for smashing the thumbs up. Frank, what's going on, man? It's a pleasure to have you in the building, sir. Thank you for stopping by. TK Sada 72. Hey, man, let me know when you subscribe to this channel. I'm hoping you subscribe. But I know you've been in the chats for a while. How many subscribers did I have when you jumped on here? Let me know. I'm just kind of curious. I like to see people's experiences, of how many subscribers I had at the time that they subscribed. Says, 2 downfalls I have with Capital One. They don't give high limits and hardly ever increase your limit and only allow you to have 2 cards. Yeah, I thought I got the 2 cards thing from somewhere, but we do have people that have more than 2 cards with Capital One. So I'm not sure, I'm not sure, when they started that, like I know with American Express, I think you're only allowed 4 credit cards and up to 7 charge cards. Well, I know that with American Express, back in the day, literally before 2020, you could have 5 credit cards, right? Which includes personal and business cards. So I have 5 credit cards with American Express and I have 2 charge cards. I don't know why I would want to have 7 charge cards, but of course they're going to say you can have up to 7 charge cards because of course you're going to be paying an annual fee and that's more money for them. More money. Joshua says, I figure eventually they're either let me graduate or I'll just pick a time when it's not going to impact my score too much. Yeah, fair enough. Annual fees can be a bit tricky, especially with cards that aren't a higher tier type of card. Like maybe the American Express Gold card. It may be a little bit easier to justify that card just because it's American Express. It allows you to earn 4 times points on dining and grocery purchases. And of course, we talked about how you can kind of maximize that. I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but I definitely hear you. Renee, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by. Renee is also a channel member of How to Build Credit TV. She says, happy Friday, everyone. It is. Thank you so much for stopping by. Mike Jones says, Capital One is low limits, slow increases. Yes, I agree 1,000,000%. Hit to the Dip says, Capital One sucks. I have the Venture One and the Saver. I hear you. Trust me, I could see how people would think Capital One sucks. Points Blank Travel says, I heard you can have 2, and I've also heard you can have 3 cards with Capital One. I personally have 3 with them. Yeah, exactly. So I don't really know. Me personally right now, y'all know I'm not doing anything, so I'm chilling, that's for sure. Camera Talk 305, let's go. 2 days in a row, back to back in the live streams. It's a pleasure to have you again. Says, hi, Duane. Capital One is great for starters, and I financed a car with them when my credit was low. I have 2 Capital One credit cards, each over 12 years. Limits are slow and stingy increases. Man, 12 years, that's cool. I wish I had a credit card that was 12 years old. If and when that happens, the irony is it will be a Capital One card. So once again, I have one that's 7 years old and one that's 6 years old. The Key Man 1, what's going on, bro? It's a pleasure to see you in the building, my man. Says, hey, Duane, Capital One is very good, but I'm a little steamed that the secured card doesn't graduate. I believe the limit of the cards you have with them is 3. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Trust me. Once again, never understood why they stopped letting secure cards graduate. Hip to the Dip says the maximum is 3 cards with Capital One. Shirley says, hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Hey, Shirley, thank you so much for stopping by another stream again. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. Camera Talk 305 says, I believe the maximum number of cards is 2 with Capital One as primaries unless you have an authorized user on more Capital One. Enjoy your weekend. I will enjoy my weekend, and I hope everybody watching this and everybody watching the replay of this will enjoy their weekend, their week, their day. Choose to focus on positive things. And yeah, Omega, what's going on, my bro? Thanks for stopping by another stream. says, "Sup, Duane. I was actually interested in starting with Capital One after watching Credit Shifu's videos. I decided to start with Navy Federal since I was banking with them for years prior." I think you made a good choice. Navy Federal is clearly the way to go. Navy Federal is freaking incredible. So yeah, I think you made a really good choice. Let me see here. I'm looking at something over here on my screen. Okay, cool. All right, let me jump back on over here. The Keyman 1 says, "I have the Venture 1 Platinum secured and the Teamster card." The Teamster card, I don't know what card that is actually. Sweet, guys, we have 120 people in the live stream. Please, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up yet, be sure to smash the thumbs be sure to smash the thumbs up in this video. It helps the channel and the video a lot, and I really appreciate the support. But more importantly, if you have questions, be sure to ask the questions in the comment section. This is a live stream. I will try my best to answer the questions. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Omega says, "Not sure if I need to go with Capital One since I have 3 great Navy Federal cards." I agree. There's absolutely no reason at all to go with Capital One because Navy Federal is way better in a lot of ways with Capital One and also with giving generous credit limits or just being generous in general. Jay, what's going on, bro? Says Capital One is great for initial credit and car loans, but that's it. Do you know any credit cards or loans that report multiple times a month besides Tomo, trying to improve my payment history? I do not besides Tomo, but I feel like that's something that's going to occur more moving forward. I don't, man. Prince, what's going on? It's a pleasure to see you in the building. Prince Zuko or Zuko, forgive me for butchering it. Forgive me, but thanks for stopping by the stream. Active Man 303, thanks for stopping by the stream as well. Full Blown Country, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by another stream. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. Let's see. G-Dob says, "Hey, I would love to go for the ride with you in your beautiful Tesla and watch you smile." G-Dobs, you better get out of here with these kind words, man. I don't think that's gonna be feasible. You know what I mean? That's funny. Capo Status says, "Don't mind my Platinum card at all. It serves its purpose. Top starter rebuilder card." Absolutely. And that's why I think it's very important for people to have things in perspective. I personally don't think it matters who you have the credit with. Especially if, number one, you're going to use your cards responsibly. You're going to pay them off in full all the time. It doesn't matter what the APR is if you're always paying the card in full. APR could be 30%. Who cares? You're paying it in full. And, you know, if you are starting or rebuilding, then certain things are okay. If you're not paying a ridiculous annual fee or any kind of fees in general, then it doesn't matter who the card is with. It's just a stepping stone. It's just a tool. You know, it's just a vehicle that you're using to get you to a different destination. So it's all good. Freddie, what's going on, my man? Freddie says, "What's up, my brother? Hey, y'all, let's smash that like real quick." Yes, sir. Freddie, I appreciate you, man. Definitely want to encourage people to smash the like button. Capo says, "If you use it responsibly, your credit score will continue to rise 16 points each month so far." Cool. Very cool. Hey, Denisha, haven't seen you in a minute. Denisha's in the building. Denisha says, "I wish they would graduate my 900 secure card. They won't increase my 500 Quicksilver. They gave me 300 limit on my Walmart card. Only thing good I have with them is my car loan. I have 34,000. Whoa, that is a big chunk of money on the car loan." So once again, you know, I'm just going to regurgitate what I said earlier. I mean, you know, it is what it is. And more importantly, you know, we can focus on the fact that, like, at least you have these quote unquote positive experience. I mean, that car loan alone is a big deal. That alone makes me feel like Capital One is bomb. You know, I mean, the fact that I had a car loan with them, I'm like, Capital One's the best. You know what I'm saying? Just because at the time in my life, I wasn't able to get approved for car loans with just any old bank that I wanted. So I'm not gonna crap on Capital One now. But almost cursed. I'm not gonna crap on Capital One now because now I'm big time. Now I'm Hollywood. CB3 says, is the Capital One Venture Card required excellent credit? They do say that on the website. I would say yes, just to be on the safe side, because it's there on the site. And it is kind of weird that they have that there, because I feel like you don't need excellent credit, especially if you already have an account with them. I think what would be more important is like how long you had a relationship with them before applying for a card that requires excellent credit, and then how many inquiries and what your debt to income ratio is, right? Like if somebody's making 100 G's a year, but their debt to income ratio is stupid, like they got a bunch of debt but they have all this money that they make, it's almost irrelevant that you make a lot of money because you have all this debt. Banks don't like to see that stuff. Full blown country, good afternoon to you, man. It's a pleasure to have you in the building again. Like I said, Brian, what's going on, bro? Brian says good afternoon, Duane and credit people. Brian, it's a pleasure to see you again in the building, man. It's been a while. Ryan says it updates my Quicksilver One available credit as soon as I make a payment, but my secured card takes a few days. Yep, I agree. When you say it updates the credit as soon as you make a payment, you're just talking about with Capital One, like it'll update your balance like instantly when you make that payment, which I think is a very good thing. I think more banks need to do that. Never Stop 30 says, I see what you did. Yeah, you did. Never Stop 30. Denisha says, I have 34,500 in total credit usage, is less than 15%. All right. That is very good. Very, very good. Maurice Miles, what's going on, my brother? Mr. Miles says, hello, Duane and credit family. Blessings to all. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. Mr. Miles is a channel member of How to Build Credit TV. It's a pleasure to have you in the building yet again, man. Full Blown Country says, a quick trick. If you apply for a card from issuer, apply for all the ones you want within 30-minute time frame. Works for me with Capital One and Navy Federal Credit Union. I mean, Full Blown Country. First of all, I love the smiley face with the cowboy hat on. That's funny. I mean, decent advice with a grain of salt, I think, because it also depends on how many inquiries somebody has and, of course, their credit score. But, I think you were the one that said you were able to get approved for two Navy Federal credit cards and got high limits on both cards. I'm pretty sure that's you were that person. Maurice says, don't know if you went over Capital One sign-up bonus currently. No, I definitely haven't gone over any of the Capital One sign-up bonuses. Do they have some decent bonuses right now? I haven't looked at any of their cards like that recently. But I'm pretty sure, I feel like, it's the usual sign-up bonus where like you spend $500, you get $150, that type of thing. I'm trying to pull it up on the site real quickly. Well, I'm pulling it up. You guys are not seeing what I'm pulling up, but I am pulling it up. Let's see. Scrolling down. I don't know. I don't really see. Okay, I see one here. I'll share that real quickly on this Quicksilver card here. This Quicksilver Rewards. What is it? Yeah, Quicksilver Rewards, the one on the right. It says earn a one-time $150 cash bonus once you spend $500 within the first 3 months of opening. That is always a good offer. I think that one's dope. Let me go back real quick and click on the Saver card. Maybe the Saver card has a sign-up offer as well. I know the Venture card has an offer as well. So let's see. Okay, sweet. There's an offer here for the Saver One rewards. Same one where basically you spend $500 and you get $150 back. They also have another sign-up offer here where you earn a one-time on the left. You earn a one-time $300 cash bonus once you spend $3,000 within the first 3 months of opening the card. Yeah, I mean, these offers are not bad. I think it's better to have a sign-up offer than to not have anything at all. I can always justify applying for cards that have a decent sign-up offer. Let's see here. Full-blown country says with one pull for all cards. Yeah, you were talking about applying for multiple cards at once in a 30-minute time frame. Joshua says, I like Capital One banking accounts. The credit card site has offers too. Not sure if that's new. A few stores with a few % statement credit isn't bad. I agree with you, sir. Military Boots, what's going on, bro? It's a pleasure to see you again. Says, I love Capital One. Credit cards, bank accounts, and auto loans. Their auto navigator apps make it easy to find a vehicle. Your boy didn't have an easy time with their auto navigator app recently, but all in all, I can't complain about Capital One. They've been insanely good to me. Kind of like the 95 people that smashed the thumbs up in this video. If you haven't smashed the thumbs up yet in this video, please smash the thumbs up. I really need and appreciate the support. Smash the thumbs up if you haven't already. Joshua says, not as good as flat cashback, but not nothing. Yeah, for sure. I think any card that gives you the ability to earn anything reward wise is always going to be more valuable than a card that doesn't give you the ability to earn anything. Brian says, Duane, I have a question not related to Capital One. If I use my credit cards and pay before end of billing date, will I get points? Still dealing with Seesaw credit score. Brian, that's a good question. I think the important thing to understand about that is, are you lowering your credit card utilization and then sitting absolutely still? Because the thing is, if you're using your credit card and you use it this week and you pay it off like a couple of days later and then you use it again next week, your utilization is literally going to be moving all over the place. Now, it's not really going to be moving all over the place in regards to your FICO score, because the FICO score, the credit cards report to the credit bureaus once a month, right? So Credit Karma updates every 7 days. And then of course you have other credit, apps that you can have that'll show you updates. And those updates are normally every 7 days. But in reality, the information is really only being updated once on your FICO. So if you are in a position where, let's say, when the statement closing date is, right? So the statement closing date is normally after your due date. So if your due date is on the 2nd of the month, normally the information is reported to the credit bureaus like 48 hours after, like maybe up to 2 days after your due date. Okay. So, so if you know that, then you can strategically pay attention to what happens. But if you're consistently using the card, you know what I mean? And you're not like sitting still to see, all right, did this affect my credit card utilization? Then it'll be kind of hard to know exactly what's what. And then on the other hand, if you have other things on your credit score that's affecting you or weighing you down, if I have a collections on my score or derogatory marks, like those things, we don't have any idea of just how much it's weighing down our scores until it's no longer on our credit report. If I had 3 derogatory marks on my account, it's not like every single one of those derogatory marks is going to be worth 15 points of my credit score. Every derogatory marks or collections or anything negative on your score does not have the same weight. So you can't have the expectation where this derogatory mark fell off and my score went up 20 points. So that means the next 2, when they fall off, my score is going to go up 20 points for each of those as well. No, that's not the case. So there's a lot of moving parts, Brian. So it's kind of hard to just give you a concrete answer on that, but I definitely did my best. That's a Dane Cook reference from his stand-up comedy. I think it's called Vicious Circle. Very, very good stand-up comedy. Dane Cook, you got to check it out. Vicious Circle. I think it's called Vicious Circle, but it's really good. I love that stand-up. It's old too, like, I don't know, early 2000s. Very good. Dane Cook, check it out. Randy says, just signed up with Capital One 360 bank account, 400 bonus with 1,000 in direct deposits within 60 days. That is a good sign up offer, my man. Randy, thank you so much for sharing that. That's something that I have forgotten to even talk about. Capital One does have sign up offers on their checking account and even savings account as well. So I appreciate you dropping that gem here in the live stream. Mark, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by. It's a pleasure to see you again. Capital One is both subprime and prime. If you are in subprime category, the algorithm will never let you reach prime category. Keep it for age. Know what they are and move on. Mark, very, 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 very good point there. I appreciate you. Maurice says, just signed up for checking with 400 bonus after at least 2 direct deposits of 1,000 or more within 60 days of opening account. Yes, man, I appreciate you for sharing that as well. KDiggs2, we got another channel member in the building. KDiggs2 says, I got the Quicksilver with 500 limit over 9 months ago. They are very stingy with increases. So a few months later, I got approved for Amex with a 16,000 limit. Hardly use the Quicksilver anymore. Fair enough. I mean, you just have the Quicksilver there. Keep it for age. You know, there's no annual fee on that card, hopefully. And yeah. The 16,000 limit with American Express definitely makes you feel good and definitely boosts your ego, because American Express is better than, you know, Capital One, but that's not this video. Let's see. Brian says, forgot credit card cutoff date with Chevron and got hit by high utilization, lost 30 points. Yeah. And that happens, Brian, but you're aware, at least you're in the know. You know exactly what happened there. TK Side of 72 says you were just under 5,000 subscribers. Cool, man. Thanks for letting me know where you caught the train when you found my channel. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you still being here. Hip to the Dip says Capital One pulls your credit from all 3 bureaus when asking for a credit limit increase. They rarely increase, so you take a hard pull for nothing. That is very correct, and that's why I really encourage people, when they're interested in getting a credit limit increase, you always want to know, despite what somebody says on YouTube, me included, it's always better for you to know for yourself. Call and ask them before applying for a credit limit increase. Lucky9331 says Capital One usually pulls Equifax more than the other 2. I didn't know that, actually. Sweet. Let me see here. Black General says Amex and Navy Federal is all you really need. I agree. I would even throw Chase in there as well, but I agree. American Express and Navy Federal is very freaking legit, and between the 2, you definitely won't be missing anything. Lucky9331 says extra information for the Capital One Bank checking account has an unsecured line of credit and can be used as overdraft protection. Very, very good point there. Mr. Patel says, what's up, man? Joining late. What did I miss? Sorry, I can't help it. It's a Hamilton reference. I can't help it. When I see words that you know are in songs, it gets real tricky. In regards to Capital One, I have 2 of them, and honestly, I'm not happy with the low credit limits and not being able to product change or get a credit limit increase. Yeah, once again, you know, it's just where we are in the moment, and I think it's easier to, or what we should focus on is being grateful for the fact that we have what we have, and you know, maybe we'd have a harder time if it wasn't for Capital One. So I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. I mean, they're nothing special to someone that has, you know, that has it going on with their credit score. You said you even have a car loan with them. Okay, cool. Very cool. That was me too. Hip to the Dip says, I have one good thing about my Saver card is that I was grandfathered in and I don't pay the annual fee. Me as well. I'm very, very happy about that. I was lucky as well before they came out with the second Saver card. Francisco says, just became a Navy Federal member. How long should I wait before I apply for a loan? Ooh, that is a really good one. More importantly, what's going on with your credit score? How many inquiries do you have? Those are important questions for you to know. And I think if you want to be on the conservative side, I think waiting 6 months is a decent thing to do, because in those 6 months, you will develop some kind of relationship and rapport with them. They'll see some transactions. and getting a loan, is a big deal. And we have people that have a wide variety of experience. Somebody will say, oh, I joined Navy Federal and applied for a loan the same day, and I got approved for X amount of bucks. And that's their experience, but that's not what I would advise people to do. I think waiting 6 months, having some history, some transactions with them before pulling the trigger on a loan would be smart. Mr. Patel says, also just paid off my Bank of America collections this morning. Only have one collection, or one Citibank. Yeah, man, you're doing it, man. I hear you. You're doing your thing out here, being super productive. Lucky 9331. Correction, I meant to write Capital One usually pulls from Equifax credit report more so than TransUnion or Experian. All right. Orlando, what's going on, my man? It's a pleasure to see you in the building again. It is always incredible to have another returning viewer. I love the returning viewers. You guys make me feel real special. Speaking of feeling real special, Dwight, another channel member, is in the building. It's a pleasure to see you, sir. Dwight says, what's up, Duane? I'm glad I was able to catch this one. I just have one Capital One account, which is the Quicksilver Card. And I think that's a solid card. The Quicksilver Card has a very special place in my heart, because that is the card that is solely responsible for me understanding and seeing how powerful it is to have a cashback card. It's just 1.5% cashback, but any cashback is better than no cashback. And the Quicksilver Card was responsible for that. I had that relationship, I had that card, and I'm like, 1.5% cashback, and then I started thinking, well, what happens if I use my Quicksilver Card from Capital One for all my purchases? And that's when it was like light bulb moment. I was like, aha. That's a Coming to America reference in the barbershop where they're like, aha. Anyway, yeah, that's when I had my moment. I was like, 1.5% cash back on all purchases. All right, I think I'm going to use my credit card for every purchase. And it was exciting because I was watching my little cash back build every single month. One of the things that I do like about Capital One is they show you the cash back that you earn on your purchases pretty much when it posts to your credit card. So if you bought something on Monday and it posts to your account on Wednesday, you'll see that I just earned X amount of dollars or cents from that purchase. I think that's really, really dope, because we have other banks that don't show you how much you're accumulating on every single purchase. They only show it to you, when the statement is complete. So once a month. So I do have to give hats off to Capital One for that. Major kudos for doing that, because I think that's really, really dope. And it makes me feel good to see me earn, some cents on this purchase or $1 on another purchase. Mr. Patel says, I have 2 Capital One cards, Quicksilver 1 and 1 Quicksilver, both 500 limit, hoping that I can finally get a credit limit increase after collections come off my report. They gave me 15,000 car loan, but 500 credit. Hey, man, once again, I was just super grateful for getting that car loan. And my car loan was $17,700, I think was the loan. I know it was 17,000 and change. So I was super grateful. Lucky 9331 says Capital One Bank also has co-branded credit cards. For example, the PlayStation Visa credit card issued by them. I didn't know that, actually. Joshua says, I love to get the Walmart credit card, but I failed to pre-qualify on the site for the unsecured. Feel like they are waiting a certain number of months for my secure card to be open. Yeah, I mean, that might be the case. I think that Walmart card is a pretty decent card. I could have justified applying for it, but at the time when the card came out, I had a bunch of inquiries and I just couldn't take the rejection. I hate being rejected. So I was like, you know what? I'm good. Aziza, what's going on? Says, hi, I caught you 3 days in a row. I appreciate you commenting 3 days in a row. It's a pleasure to have you in the building again. Brian says he's at 4% utilization. All right, Brian, that's not bad, man. That is not bad. Jermaine says, no, it's not. They suck. The only thing I like is no hard pulls for limit increases. I don't know about that. No hard pulls for Capital One limit increases. I don't know if that's a thing. Mr. Patel says, overall, I'm still thankful to Capital One. They were the first ones to offer me a credit card when I started to rebuild my credit, and they were the only one to offer me a car loan with decent interest rate. Agreed. So that's why I can never really, bash Capital One too much, because I remember from where I come and I remember where I started or restarted, and Capital One was there to pick up the pieces. That's a Martin reference. In case anybody watched Martin, that's a Martin reference. Pick up the pieces. Adrian, what's going on, my bro? Jamaica in the building. Jamaica. What's going on, bro? Jermaine says they did give my first card though, but my score increased 150 points and can't get a limit past 1,000. Yeah, but I mean, don't even sweat that, bro. Just keep it moving, man. Mr. Mentor, what's going on, bro? Says, good afternoon, Duane. Hey, everyone, please hit the thumbs up. Duane is the man. Thank you, Mr. Mentor. I appreciate you stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to see you in the building again. G says, I hate them. Lowest limit card, 500. Oldest card, they won't upgrade it or give me a credit limit increase. Hey, the good news in all of that is the fact that, hopefully, fingers crossed, that card doesn't have an annual fee. So just keep it, use it once every 3 months or once a month, and just keep it, just keep it moving. Brian says, yes, I still have 7 bad marks. I'm just antsy to get excellent credit. I hear you on that, man. I hear you on that. And that's why I was mentioning that other things are definitely, affecting your score as well, or other things could affect your score, because I didn't know what else was going on. I appreciate you sharing that though, Brian. Boobs, tattoos, and a motorcycle says, hi, keep up the good work. You just said it doesn't matter the card you sign up with as far as APR, because if you pay it off, it doesn't matter. Would you suggest any cards with Chase Bank? Absolutely. I would suggest the Chase Freedom Flex card, best card right now as far as I'm concerned with Chase, and the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I'm not telling you to get both. You should definitely consider one or the other. And if you're just starting with Chase, you may want to consider getting the Freedom Flex card. But those cards are both good cards. Bruce, what's going on, bro? Bruce says, hey, Duane, TransUnion on Credit Karma shows I have 6 inquiries, but my FICO only shows 2. What do you think lenders will see? I think lenders will see the 2, especially if it's TransUnion. If on your FICO score, TransUnion is only showing 2, I think they will see the 2, unless the inquiries just happened recently and it hasn't updated yet on FICO. All right. Good question. Ulysses, what's going on, my bro? It's a pleasure to see you again, my brother. Check, please. What's going on, bro? It's a pleasure to see you in the building as well, my man. Joshua says, hey, Capital One is legitimate and not bad. It's not Credit One or Shiver First Premier. With all the new fintech cards, I feel like Capital One will change it up soon to stay competitive. Hopefully they will. We'll see. Ulysses, thank you so much for that $2.99 super chat, man. I really, really appreciate you, sir. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. CB3 says Walmart Capital One card does soft pulls for credit line increases. Okay, I did not know that. And once again, that's the value of being plugged into a community such as How to Build Credit TV. Thank you so much for sharing that information, bro. Mr. Patel says, I will always be forever thankful to you. For sure. Absolutely, man. Brian says, thank you, Duane. Yes, sir, Brian. Sharday White says, hello, Duane. I'm back again, although I never left. I have the Quicksilver and Saver 1 card. They've been great to me. Plus, if you're good enough for Taylor Swift, you're good enough for me. That's so funny. It's a pleasure to see you again in the live stream. I appreciate the part about you're back again, but you never left. I appreciate that. Thanks for making a comment too. Angela says, I watched Hamilton last week because you mentioned it. Totally enjoyed the musical. That's what I'm talking about, Angela, that's what I'm talking about. It's so funny because I definitely reference it a lot, and I love Hamilton for so many different reasons. The fact that he's an immigrant, of course, I'm an immigrant as well, so I have that in common. And then I don't really care a lot about the historical aspect of the musical, but like just the life aspect of the musical. I mean, I'm 42, so my perspective is a lot different than it was when I was 22. So I appreciate you letting me know that you saw it and that you loved it as well. That's kind of cool. Mr. Patel says, I will always be forever thankful to you, Duane, and my Quicksilver cards. Those were the first and still only cashback cards I have. I will never get rid of those. Card, even if it's 500, is all I ever get. Hey, good point. Like I said, if there's no annual fee, you definitely got to keep the card. Sergio, what's going on? My man says, I made it. Preach. Did your score bump up once your back child support got deleted from your credit report? Paid mine off. Baby said, paid mine off. Baby turns 18. I'm sorry. Paid mine off. Baby turns 18 finally. No, I didn't notice a change, and maybe I just didn't pay attention. It's super hard to pay attention to your score once you get over a certain credit score, just because you're just not sweating it as much. So I didn't really pay attention. Even with my little application with Navy Federal, and I took that hard inquiry, and my score dropped 12 points. Like, I'm still above 7, it's like 742 according to Credit Karma, but I'm pretty sure it's still above 750. So yeah, it becomes a bit tricky. Inger, thank you so much for stopping by. It says, hey, Duane, bless. Hi, Duane, bless. How the credit family? Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you in the building. Inger, thank you so much for stopping by. Lucky9331 says, everyone worried about getting a credit line increase while beneficial. However, the purpose of subprime credit cards is to build a positive payment history and not incur more debt. I hear you, but it's hard to be patient and just go slow with this credit game. Once again, that's something that a lot of people, most human beings have a hard time with delayed gratification, even though we know and understand delayed gratification. Like, I know if I want to be a doctor, I'm going to be in school for 1,000,000 years. Like, I know that and I understand it. I know what to expect, but boy, you still want to speed up the process if at all possible. It's funny because I've wanted to speed up some years in my life. When I was going through crap, I was like, man, I wish I could just fast forward, X amount of years. You know what I'm saying? So I totally get it. Which is funny because, like, in wanting to fast forward X amount of years, I'm also fast forwarding in years of my kids' lives as well. And that's kind of silly to, I want to fast forward because of this selfish reason. But at the same time, I will be fast forwarding, time that is very important, between my kids and I. So it's definitely a trip. Delayed gratification can be tricky. Ron, what's going on, bro? Ron says, I just joined Navy Federal. Love your videos. Made me join. Got approved for the checking, savings, and cashback rewards card. How often do they increase your credit limit without asking? First of all, Ron, congratulations to you. That is incredible. Think you're going to love your experience with Navy Federal. The credit limit increases as far as automatically. I don't know that that's really a thing. I think it's safe to say that you shouldn't expect a credit limit increase, anytime before 6 months. One of the things when it comes to Navy Federal is it's a good practice to wait at least 4 months to maybe just apply for another card from Navy Federal. You could wait 6 months before asking for an increase as well, but you have to do the increase through the app because it will be a hard inquiry if you don't do it through the app. And instead of getting a credit limit increase, it's going to be more beneficial to just apply for another Navy Federal card. Even if you wait 6 months, it's just beneficial to apply for another card. But be sure to be using the mess out the card during that time. Shay says Cap 1 is crap. All right, my brother, thank you for chiming in. I would agree with you. Sometimes they are doo-doo. Dwight says also Capital One is my oldest account of 15 years, so I'm keeping it for life. Yes, sir. I hear you on that. Joshua says, I'd come here just for the movie musical references. Yeah, dude, you know what's funny is I'm such a nerd when it comes to music. I pretty much can pretty much sing a song or think of a song that has a word or a couple of words in it. Definitely, I feel like if it's a game with like song association, I could absolutely absolutely come up with a song that has, a word in it. You give me a word and I can come up with a song. Music has been something that I've very much been interested in since I was a kid. I mean, as early back as I can remember. I remember being in Jamaica and like I'm hearing Whitney Houston and I'm like, man, Whitney Houston is the bomb. But I love all kinds of music. That's the thing, is like I'm totally nerd when it comes to music. I can listen to every and any kind of music. Every and any kind. I say that again, every and any kind. And then it's weird, like I'm kind of sentimental, man. It's a trip. I can be very sentimental, and I definitely can appreciate the artistry in musicals and music and movies. I'm a nerd like that because I understand to some extent the type of effort and energy that goes into that. So often we watch performances and we just have no clue. Most people don't think, when we're watching a performance or we're watching an athlete, we don't think about the time and energy that they put into it. Just because, we're watching, we don't like, man, they rehearsed this number a million times, or, they practice shooting free throws a bunch of times. We don't think about that. We just, watching and enjoying it. But I appreciate it from my own life experiences as well. Ulysses says, hello, Duane. What will happen if I pay off a collection? Well, if you pay it and they are going to remove it from your credit report, your score will increase. If you pay it and they don't remove it from your credit report, your score will stay the same, but you would have paid your debt. And that's why I tell people don't pay off collections unless you can get in writing that they're going to remove it from your credit report if you pay it off. Points Blank Travel says, great stream as always, Duane. I'll catch you on the next one, brother. All right, my bro. Enjoy your weekend, man. Mr. Mentor says, I was blind to credit at the beginning. My first card was a First Premier. I wish I knew about credit before then. The card is now 2 years old. Don't want to close it because of age of credit. I hear you. I mean, and we always, it's just one of those things, man. I feel like I feel that way when I learn something really profound that I wish I would have known that I could have started earlier. It's like having the idea of, like I want to make extra money, but then like, okay, what am I going to do to make extra money? And then one day you may come up with something that you can do that's going to make you extra money. And then it makes you like extra money. And then you're like, dang, this sucks. Why did I not even have that thought come into my mind in the past? And that's just how life is. Like, we don't have the thought. There's no inception, the conception of that thought until there is. And there's nothing we can do about it. So don't worry about it, man. Just keep pushing forward. Sade, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. I appreciate you so much. Says Sade says, I also love Capital One's customer service and their mobile apps as well. Interestingly enough, I trust them more than I trust Chase, even though I have checking account with them. Thanks, Duane. Thank you. And thanks for sharing that. I appreciate you very much. Sergio says, thank you. I'll update you once my report updates for future reference. My FICO sends me updates as my report changes. Cool. Very cool, man. And that was a very good question you were asking, by the way. The Keyman 1 says, the Capital One Teamster credit card is for Teamster members for those that are in a union. Okay, cool. Thank you, because I had no clue. Mr. C, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Says, hey, Duane, thanks for your vids. It's always a pleasure. How can we join Navy Federal nowadays since all shortcuts are not effective anymore? It is only opening checking and savings account. I don't really talk a lot about how to join Navy Federal. That I'm gonna stay in my lane because I don't really talk a lot about that, unfortunately. Aziza says, is there any way to get a late payment deleted from Capital One? I don't think so. But I encourage you to contact them and see what they say, or definitely also contact the credit bureau to see if anything can be done. I don't think so, but people have gotten lucky. Joshua says, I have 3 late payments with Capital One from 2017. I sent them 2 goodwill letters and they and they both declined. Any suggestions? No, man. When it comes to late payments, it's tricky. I feel like most of the times they don't do anything and they're just on there, and that's just what it is. And they're going to stay there for a long time. And all you can do is just, from that moment forward, just continue to be responsible. I mean, I certainly had that experience with credit card companies. I had that experience with child support payments, when I wasn't able to make payments. And then now, like eventually a million years later, like up to 7 years later, that's off of my credit score. That's off of my credit report. And, it's all good. Only worry about what you can control in this particular time, in this particular moment. Sometimes there are no shortcuts to certain things. And, life is like that too. Like there's no shortcuts to becoming, a 21-year-old when you're 7. You know what I mean? You got to do all the years. You got to do the entire time. So I wish I had, different information, but that's what it is sometimes. And it sucks. Listen, guys, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Now is the time and place to have your questions answered. I am going to stick around for the next minute or so. If you have questions, please slap them into the live chat. I'll do my best to answer it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. If you haven't smashed a thumbs up in this video, please smash the thumbs up in this video. I really appreciate the love and support. I want you guys to have an incredible weekend. I have a couple of videos that I need to upload. I still need to shoot my video about the Tomo credit card, the unenveloping. I think I had this for probably a week now, and I still haven't opened it up. So I still need to shoot that video. Maybe I'll shoot that video right after I do this one. That's so funny. Let's see here. James Bond says, can I get a hard inquiries from my credit cards I've been applying for like crazy? I'm not sure what you're asking, but of course you will get hard inquiries from credit card applications unless that particular bank that you're applying with don't give hard inquiries for new applications. Mr. Perry, we got Matthew Perry in the building. We got another YouTube superstar in the building. What's going on, bro? Says, I know it may be late when you get this, but age of credit is such a small score impact compared to other categories. That's a good point, Matthew. Average age of credit is 15% of your score, and 15% of 850 is 100 and something points. I'm going to do it because I'm a nerd and I don't want to be wrong. So 15% of 850 is 127.5 points. It's certainly, and I understand your perspective on that. It's certainly not something that I would encourage people to freak out about. I think I've been very transparent on the channel when it comes to your average age of credit. Like right now, my average age of credit is 3 years. Like it's 3 years. It's not good. But my credit score across all the bureaus is 750 and higher. So I definitely would agree with you, even though it's 15% of your score, which is 127.5 points. It's just one of those things where there is no shortcut to that. For me to go from 3 years average age of credit to 8 or 9 years, I would literally have to sit still for the most part for the next 5 to 6 years in order to maximize that category. So I agree 1,000,000%. I think clearly your payment history is more important. That's 35% of your score, and then credit card utilization, which is 30%. So those two are the two that I preach the most about, just because even from my own experience, I log into Credit Karma and I show you guys 3 years is my average age, but my score is still pretty freaking high. I think I did that yesterday in the live stream. By the way, it's a pleasure to have you in the building, Matthew. Lucky9331 says, have you ever had a department store card or done a review? Yes, I had a Macy's card that I got back in July of 2017. I did a video on Best Buy credit cards here recently, like a couple of months ago. I don't know why I haven't done a video on Express credit cards, because I like Express, but I think store credit cards are okay, especially if it's a If it's a store credit card that has like a Visa logo, which means you can use that card outside of the store as well, I think those cards are the most solid. But in most situations, like Macy's, for example, Macy's has two different cards. There's the Macy's card that you only use in Macy's. Then there's a Macy's card with, American Express. I think it still has American Express logo on it. I'm not sure. But yeah, and so I think store cards are good, especially if you can justify it. Joshua says, "Oh man, looking to buy a house and was scared I would be declined from Navy Federal." I mean, you have to take the risk, right? The thing about getting loans and stuff like that sucks is it's always time sensitive, right? I feel like most people, I need to get a house in like 6 months, or I need to get a house in 8 months. Clearly, it would have been better to have that goal and give yourself all the time and opportunity in the world to set your credit score up to be where you want it to be, so you don't have to stress. Mr. Mentor says, "Thanks, Duane. The good thing is because of you and other streams, I have Capital One, Navy Fed, and American Express, just to name a few. My scores are up and down. The inquiries are falling off. The garden is 100%. Yeah, you definitely got a garden. Trust me, I need to do that myself." James Bond says, "Can I get hard inquiries removed from my credit? And what's the best way to remove them?" You only should remove hard inquiries for accounts that you were not approved. So if you applied for a card and you weren't approved for that card, you can get that particular inquiry removed. Now, when it comes to removing it, I think that you can probably do it yourself by going to the website consumerfinance.gov. I think that's the site. I haven't done it. I still am not doing it for myself. There are a couple of inquiries on my credit right now that I didn't get approved for their cards. But I'm just like, whatever. So I really don't know. I don't talk about things that I don't know, just because I like to, talk about stuff that I know about. So I wish I could give you more information. Boobs, Tattoos, and a Motorcycle says, "I had a Capital One credit card years ago. I cleaned my credit and got the card removed. Would it be safe to apply for another Capital One card?" I think it would be safe for you to see if you're pre-qualified first at the Capital One website before pulling the trigger on that. And depending on where your score is. I mean, there are other credit card companies out there that's better than Capital One. So I wouldn't even be married to that. If you think you're going to be denied, just go somewhere else. And even if you're going to go somewhere else and start with a secured card, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that secured card is a card that is promoted and graduates to an unsecured. Sade says, "Are there any credit cards that tend to get resounding praise, but you personally feel are overhyped?" Okay, with the critical thinking question. That's a tough one. Off the top of my head, I don't know what card that I would say would be overhyped. And then again, I'm using my brain and my reasoning, so it's kind of hard for me to kind of say this card is overhyped. It's easy for me to think about cards that are not overhyped, that's for sure. Off the top of my head, I don't really know that I can say that I have a specific card where I'll be like, oh, this card's overhyped. Maybe the American Express Platinum, maybe, if I'm being picky, if I'm digging. Just because that $550 for the average person, that's quite a bit of money. And like, it's so funny. I used to watch people talk about all the perks that you get with this card, and like it offsets the annual fee. And of course, I also say that now, but I say it now too because I understand, and my understanding of credit cards are on a different level, and it's easier for me to justify spending $550. But I think that card, the Platinum card, may have some hype just because you don't really get to max out the card as far as earning potential, right? Like, unless you're traveling a lot, 5 times points on your airline ticket purchase if you purchase directly with the airline or with American Express Travel, 5 times points on hotel purchases, but you don't get 5 times points, on your hotel purchases, unless you purchase directly with the hotel, I don't even remember, or with American Express travel, right? So that's kind of lame. It's not like I can jump on Priceline, book a hotel, and get 5 times points with my American Express Platinum card. So if you're not traveling a lot, and you don't have access to the lounges, or you're not getting your money back for your TSA pre-check or your global entry, I don't know. I just think that card could be overhyped, just because the average person may not take advantage of all the benefits, and they may not, they're not certain, they're not taking advantage and being aware of everything that they can take advantage of to offset the annual fee. I mean, I'm a nerd, but I gotta admit, sometimes I'm lazy. I don't remember some of the things pertaining to my American Express Platinum card. I'm like, I've never taken advantage of the Saks Fifth Avenue credit, and I paid the annual fee for this Platinum card twice, right? Never done my $50 credit with Saks Fifth Avenue for the first 6 months, and then the next 6 months. Still never, haven't done it. So I think if I had to dig, maybe that particular card. I am Carlito. What's going on, bro? It's a pleasure to see you again in the stream. Says, I barely use my Capital One credit cards anymore after being approved for the cash reward signature, Visa signature with the Navy Federal at $20,000. And I totally understand. I mean, that's a legit reason not to use your Capital One cards more. Brian says, what's the difference between being a channel member and being a YouTube member? Can I still be on your card as an AU if a channel member? Brian, the difference is people that are channel members are people that have decided to support the channel on a monthly basis. And, like with super chats, people pay super chats in the live stream directly. But as a channel member, these are people that have joined the membership aspect of my channel, How to Build Credit TV, where they have access to members only live stream or members only videos that I will upload over time. And you can become a channel member by simply clicking the word join below my videos. I'll show you guys here on the screen once this finally loads. Here we go. So I'm sharing my screen with you guys right now. And so, of course, you can see this is a desktop version. I'm on my laptop. So you can click the word join right here. You have to be signed into your account. And then there's 2 different levels. There's a $4.99 level and a $9.99 level. And then, of course, there are different badges that channel members get to have. So when you first join, your badge will be blue. And then a month later, it'll be green. Then a month later, it'll be purple, and then after I think maybe a month or 6 months after, it'll be red. So the different people and the different color badges that you see by somebody's name that is a channel member, that's why that is there. And this is a separate membership. You're paying the $4.99 to YouTube. YouTube is taking 30% and giving me 70%. I know the 30% is kind of steep, but that's what a channel member is. Thanks for asking that. Edu, appreciate you stopping by, my brother. Forgive me for butchering your name. Says, hey Duane, thanks for the job you're doing, educating us. Much appreciated. My question is, after I apply for the city 0%, they give 7.4 thousand. So my ego pushed up to apply for the Chase shortly after, and I got denied. Yeah, Chase is a different animal, bro. Chase is a different animal, just because Chase has a 524 rule. And so if you had more than 5 inquiries or 5 inquiries in 24 months, you automatically are going to get denied. By the way, guys, please smash the thumbs up in this video. I would really appreciate the support. So please smash the thumbs up in this video if you haven't already done so. Let's see. Matthew says Chase Sapphire Preferred is overhyped in my opinion. Well, I mean, but that sign up offer right now though is pretty freaking dope. I mean, I think that offer is pretty freaking cool right now. But I hear you. I don't know anything about the Chase portal, and it's super sad. It's actually kind of annoying. I kind of have a sore spot when it comes to Chase, just because I feel like, well, number one, I know I've missed out. I have missed out, and I am missing out to some extent because I would have been all over that preferred card right now with that 80,000 sign up offer. Just because Chase is so versatile with how you can redeem your points. I mean, you can redeem your points for hotels. You can redeem your points for airline tickets. I mean, it's just like super easy. And this is someone on the outside looking in, right? I don't even know. Neo, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by. It says, skip the checking account. I had security issues last month with it. They're offering $400 for a reason. Credit cards are fine. I hear you on that. Super Cash 304 says, what's a good bank to use? I think it just depends. I think Bank of America is okay. I think Navy Federal is good. I think Chase is good. I think banks that are offering a sign-up offer, especially, like, you need to just have direct deposit. If you just have direct deposit and they're going to give you $200 for having a direct deposit and signing up for their checking account, I think that's legit. I mean, you got to do it. That's free money. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think those banks are decent. Luis, what's going on, bro? Says, tuning in. How's it going, big dog? Smash the thumbs up. I appreciate you stopping by, bro. I appreciate your consistent support and always positivity in the live stream. I'm doing good, man. It's Friday. I've been on here for an hour and 45 minutes with you wonderful people. Of course, there's been a lot of people watching this live stream. We have over 120 thumbs up. I appreciate you. If you haven't smashed the thumbs up yet, though, please consider smashing. Don't consider it. Please smash the thumbs up. Anyway, I hope you guys have an incredible weekend. I'm going to be getting out of here. Once again, if you have any questions, slap them into the comment section. I'll stick around for another minute or so. And I hope you guys have an incredible weekend. My weekend's going to be good. I'm going to be kicking it with my son, so I'm excited about that. And then I think I'm supposed to be picking up my Tesla Model Y. Model Y next Friday. At least that's when my appointment is scheduled. I think it's like 11 o'clock, but I'm probably going to have to push that time back. You know, it's always tentative, supposedly, the schedule. So I'm excited. I mean, I basically ordered my car last Tuesday, November 10th, and I could possibly have it next Friday or Saturday. And then I got to spend a whole heap of money getting the windows tinted, getting floor mats, getting screen protector. It's so ridiculous because it's like, ooh, you're going to save so much money on gas when you get this electric car. But then I can easily spend another 2 G's on the car between getting the windows tinted because it's a Tesla and like not all tint shops are created equally. And then that whole big slab of glass on the top, it's all glass up there. You just can't have anybody tinting your stuff. So yeah, but I'll keep you guys informed. You guys will be along with me for some of that journey. So those videos are coming. Trust me on that. Let's see. Luis says, I currently have the Amex Blue cash every day and hit my 61 days. So I tried to apply for another card, but they denied me. They pulled from Experian this time, which is worth, first of all, dude, you got to be patient, man. You got to be patient, my brother. First of all, thanks for sharing that. I'm sorry you got denied. If I were you, I would chill for like 3 months, you know what I'm saying? And then consider applying for another card. Edu says, thanks, bro. Now I see 524 bite me, but that's cool. I'm good. I'm in a good place still, working on bigger stuff, and will be joining your channel soon. Have to support you. I appreciate that, man. Thanks again for stopping by and commenting. And I apologize for butchering your name again in case I'm butchering it. James Bond says, how do you feel about Chime Bank and the credit builder? I think Chime Bank is fine. I think it's a cool little deal. They got a cool little gimmick about you getting your check earlier, your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. I mean, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I think it's cool. I think it's a good deal. I think it looks like a very clean site, a very clean company in general. I think it's good. I think you have nothing to lose if you want to go for it. Mr. Mentor says, what do you think about PNC Bank? I don't know a whole lot about PNC, but I think they're fine. I think I did a credit card review back in the day about one of their credit cards. I think it's fine. I mean, they're only going to get bigger now since they supposedly purchased BBVA, right? Compass Bank. So I think it's cool. Lisa Love Beauty, hey, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you saying hi. Luis says, wow, I'm late. YouTube just notified me right now. I'll be sure to watch the replay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. Extreme says Chase is telling me that you're already approved in their app for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Sapphire Reserved, Southwestern United credit card. It's not saying pre-qualified or pre-approved, but you're already approved. Well, in that case, it makes it really hard for you not to at least try. I know that if I could have a Chase card right now, I would go for the Sapphire Preferred. Actually, I would definitely have the Freedom. I already had the Chase Freedom Flex. Well, I had the Chase Freedom card, but it's now the Freedom Flex. I would go for the Sapphire Preferred, and I would definitely also go for a United Explorer card. I know that they had some decent sign-up offers, sign-up bonuses on that card, but I can't. David, what's going on, bro? David says, would you book a hotel room with Chase Sapphire Preferred points? It's 1.5. That's 4 times or more value than Hilton points at 0.004. I appreciate you sharing that information, man. All right, you guys, I am going to go. I'm out of here. I've been here. I've shared. I came. I saw. I had the privilege of serving and sharing. I hope you guys have an incredible weekend. I will be uploading videos on here this weekend. Maybe if I'm not lazy, I'll do a Tomo unenveloping right here after this video, like literally right after this video, so I can just get it out the way since I've been stalling. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have an incredible weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Duane with How to Build Credit TV, and I approve this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Be sure to have a good weekend. Smash the thumbs up on the way outside the door. Let me read these couple of comments. Joshua said, I didn't know about the 524 when I set stuff up, so it's 2 years of guarding for me for Chase. That is correct. Johnny says, does Wells Fargo give you a soft pull for pay increase? I don't know. Best thing to do, no matter what people say, always call them and ask them yourself. Aziza, thank you. I'll see you later. Gregory, you have a good one, my brother. Thanks for stopping by. All right, you guys, see you in the next live stream. All right, peace. Later.